I didn't even think about it. Like I can add in that like starting screen if we want.
Like we can't hear you.
Yeah, Mike, you're muted.
Oh, now we can. Now we can.
I can't hear Mike. I can hear Chris, but I can't hear Mike.
I'm talking now. Can you
Being
hear me?
closer.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yes.
What the fuck? I literally did nothing.
Yeah, that was weird. Maybe just your mic wasn't picking it up or something.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen today. Here, wait. I'm gonna. Anything change right now? Still hear me?
Uh,
I can hear you.
Okay. Brett, can you?
yeah, I can hear you.
Was underneath her pillow before or after like sleeping, and then dresses from there. And then Tom Segura's like, "What the fuck? Let me guess, she's like fucking throws piss out her window too, and is living in the 1500s." And
wow, what a great start to the stream.
oh,
that's gonna be the very beginning of the VOD, and I live for it.
All right, I'm not finishing the story. I can't now. I'll have to
No,
tell you off.
please
Oh,
do.
wow.
I can't.
You can.
It's personal. I can't.
Come on, you can do it. Wait, did that not? Oh, it's because I didn't update the information. That's why it still says test. Okay, update information. And there it is, a few dudes talking about a rom-com, Lovebirds review. And I'm going to send that to Alyssa.
Are we live on Twitch?
Yeah, we are.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah. I can't see how many people are in here.
No one's gonna watch.
Yeah, probably nobody's gonna watch it.
Because there's none.
When we do the pod and release it on Spotify and stuff, you're gonna start it from our starting point, not this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not gonna start with your Tom Segura bit.
It's not mine.
Do it just to fuck with them.
I didn't turn on my gamer light. Should I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
Fuck. My phone's starting to suck.
Why?
It won't. If
Why?
too many apps will be open and then it won't work and just bullshit. I'm trying to reload this
Blame Teddy.
Twitch stream and it's not working. Oh, maybe it's Twitch.
Oh, we gaming. Or should I go with a different color on the top? Like a red. Oh.
Yeah, do red.
I'm trying to load the Twitch stream. It just
The
won't.
Blade Runner 2049 colors.
Should I get yellow on my face?
I'm just gonna stick to white.
Do I have yellow? Purple? Here's yellow. I think that's a little bit more Blade Runner.
Okay, Mike, start us off.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with just that.
When he's situated. Twitch won't load on my phone, so I fucking tried.
Why won't it load on your phone?
I don't know.
Do you have the app?
No.
Oh, just get the app.
Maybe later.
Okay, well, start us off, Mike. You're hosting today.
Okay, so we're ready? Okay, powder your noses quick, and then let's go. All right, well, guys, welcome back. We took a short break. It's a couple weeks. But we're back. No, I'm just kidding. It's been 11 months. Haven't seen you guys in 11 months. Actually, I never saw you before that because we didn't do video. So it's great to see your faces.
I actually haven't texted or anything either since then. So
Yeah,
Actually,
I know.
this is our first time communicating.
This is wild. And we have this
we
we have this new stream set up and everything without even talking to each other. It's been incredible.
Yeah,
just like met all of each other on here at the same time, and we were like, "Hey, remember that podcast we used to do?"
yeah, it was quite the happenstance that this happened.
Yeah.
And we just like tripped and fell, and then all of a sudden this was all set up, and we're on a stream for a podcast. Are you kidding?
It's wild.
That's a thing.
Well, if you listened to us before, welcome back. If you haven't listened before, well, welcome. Just a little short bit about us all. I'm Michael. I tend to like movies that are entertaining. I'm not really as good at these artsy ones, but I give them a shot. I'll let you guys introduce yourself this time.
My name's Brett, and I'm an alcoholic. Just kidding, I'm not. But I thought it might have been a good bit. It might actually be a bit. It might be insensitive, but I'm Brett. I like movies. Yeah.
Cool.
Chris, I like entertaining movies as well, but I think me and Mike's definition of entertaining changes across genres, but we can delve into that a little bit later.
I'll go back to this little thing I said before. I'm the angry one, and it plays well with my background. I'm in a white padded room. Chris is the intellectual with diplomas on the wall behind him, clearly, and Brett likes to party, as you can see. So
Hi, I'm Brett. I like to party.
That's our personality in a nutshell. You know us all. But yeah, no, we've been gone for a little while. We're glad to be back. Had a little layoff. Since then, I've actually moved back to the Chicago area. So one day we have hopes of doing this live. Until everything calms down, though, we will be doing it like this. But I think it's a great setup.
We are doing it live, Mike.
I mean, all of us together in person.
Maybe someday. But we'll take over the Music Box Theater.
Can only hope.
We'll have a live Q&A on stage after, I don't know, The Room.
The Room.
Well, they're not going to bring us on a live Q&A for like a new movie, so maybe they'll bring us on for like a cult classic that they play monthly.
We could just write our own movie.
Wonderful. Yeah, that
Honestly, we could do that.
Yeah, I'm sure it'd go very well.
Big movie. You just talk like Tommy Wiseau the whole time.
Hey, nothing else is coming out, so I mean,
yeah, that's true.
We might be onto something. I think we should try it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, other than that, kind of just want to give a little intro to people who haven't seen it. Shout out Spain. Hope you're listening. We want you back.
Yes.
True. Yeah, we do want Spain back. Spain. We are an international podcast.
We are. All right. Well, I was talking to someone earlier and had a question and wasn't planning to bring this up, but now I want to because the other person I was talking to was Chris. I was saying, I think all movies coming to theater right now are just dumb. Like having a release date right now is stupid. It's not going to happen. And I think it's just going to keep getting delayed. You're not going to get the budget, like the money that you want. I mean, it's like a movie like Tenet, the budget that you have, you're not going to get that back in theaters, I don't think. So what I brought up is I said, I don't really care at this point. Just release it. The people that want to go to the theater, let them. I'll pay $20-$30 for the movie. I don't care. I'm an advocate for doing that. Chris, on the other hand, said,
I would probably like to see it in theaters unless they actually shut it down. For a movie like Tenet, at least.
Yeah,
or something.
Tenet or Dune, I will risk COVID for.
I mean, I think by Dune it's going to be out. But I'm just saying, like, right now, what are your opinions? Like, I understand it would be ideal to see it in theater, but like, I'm like, well, I'll just throw the money out there. I'm safe. I get to see it. Boom, they made their money. Done.
If they didn't have a set date for when like theaters were going to be open, I think my price point would probably be around like $50 for something like Tenet. I'd dish out a few bucks for that for sure.
So you're saying if it was from home, you'd pay up to $50?
Yeah, I think so.
Bro, it's like a pay-per-view.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. It can be a whole event. We can have movie night.
It would be dope. I mean, they're already charging $19.99 for like Trolls World Tour, so not pump it up for like another $30 for Tenet.
Hey,
so I mean,
Trolls World Tour has a very nice message about the importance of genre, so you could take that back.
You saw it?
No, but I read an article about it.
Oh. I was like, that's shocking.
I did see the first Trolls though, and not bad.
I did not see it.
Not bad.
Pretty good. It was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is, but
Well, interesting.
Did you watch it by yourself, or were you just like with people?
I was in Philadelphia. I was visiting a friend, and his wife said that it was good, and we put it on, and it was rather enjoyable. The first one, not the second one.
Interesting.
Is that where
I take you for a Trolls guy.
Is that where Pocket Full of Sunshine came? Got that sunshine in my pocket.
Yeah, the Can't Stop That Feeling.
Is that what that's from?
Yeah,
Trolls?
Yeah, that's exactly. No, was that?
I don't know. That's what I feel like it
no,
was.
It was Happy, or it was both.
It's Happy.
The Pharrell song.
Oh, Happy's from Despicable Me, I thought.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe not. That doesn't really sound right.
Honestly, I tried to block out any memories of Despicable Me because I hate Minions.
Okay, well, regardless, Brett, did you even ever say what your take was it on theater, or if we would pay at home?
For Tenet and Dune, I would like to be in the theater for, but for anything else, I would dish out the money to stay home.
I mean, I feel like at that point, they can make some decent money. I mean, granted, if it's a family of four and you're paying $20, you're getting a steal, but I don't know. It's not like they're getting the money from the concessions or anything, the studios.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they I don't know. I don't know what I was going to say. I lost my train of thought.
Well, this is a perfect segue. This movie that we're reviewing today, The Lovebirds, was originally supposed to come out in theaters. It didn't because of everything that happened, and it released straight to Netflix. Granted, a little different, but still. I guess we'll just jump right into it. We'll start off with a non-spoiler review. We'll crop it so that we'll let you know. What just happened?
I jumped.
Oh, okay. And then we'll timestamp it so you can move ahead to the. If you haven't seen it and you want to see it, you can skip the spoiler section. Then you can talk about, or you can listen to our later jibber jabber. But just to dive right in.
Well, if they're listening in live, we'll be like, "Hey, mute us," and then we'll give you a signal to be like, "Hey, turn it back on."
Yeah, we'll give you a signal.
Yeah, we'll be like, "I'll look for the bat signal in the."
Yeah.
On the closet door.
There you go. If it's not on the closet door, though, that we're still recording.
Yeah, if it's over to the left, then don't. That's not the signal.
That's your own fault if you jump back in then. But yeah, so Lovebirds, I really enjoyed it. This movie is streamable on Netflix, which most people have. So very quick movie. I thought it was very lighthearted. It was funny. I should preface it with this. I saw the trailer for this movie and thought it looked like absolute dog shit. Pile of hot dog shit. I did not want to see this movie. There's no chance I would have went to the theater for it. Even when it came out, I didn't really care. The thing is, I really like Kumail, so I was like, okay, whatever. Since it went straight to Netflix, blessing in disguise, because I watched it, and I ended up liking it a lot. Thought it was really lighthearted. Never thought it really took itself too seriously. I liked Kumail and Issa Rae's performance together. I thought they went together really well. Yeah, so I gave this movie a 4 out of 5 stars.
On Letterboxd?
That's my
Or
score.
just in
I haven't put
general?
it on there yet, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
Haven't taken the 2 seconds to rate it on Letterboxd yet.
No, I don't. Do I have like a separate login from or the same login? I don't know.
Dude, you're just a shit movie influencer.
Yeah, I am. I have shit movie opinions, so just don't listen to my part either.
You're improving. That you are telling the truth at least.
Thanks. Well, Brett, what did you think of the movie?
I had a pretty different opinion on Mike.
Typical. Sounds about on par as from where we left off.
It's not always on par. Sometimes I do agree. Specifically with superhero movies, I love superhero movies just like Mike. Didn't love this movie, you guys. I gave it 1.5 stars. I didn't think it was too great, gonna be honest. Like Mike was saying, the trailer is pretty bad. Kind of seemed like it was gonna be a ripoff of it seemed like it was gonna be a parody of Queen and Slim, but like a comedic rom-com. I don't know. Some the jokes didn't hit for me. There was maybe like 3 moments throughout that I exhaled a little bit stronger out of my nostrils for like a pity laugh, but didn't really sit right with me. I didn't really think Kumail and Issa had a ton of chemistry. At least I didn't feel like a sexual tension between them. They argued a lot through the movie, and the tension that I felt was more of like some friends just jabbering back to each other, like us on a podcast. It kind of felt like a throwaway script from the early 2000s that was cut and paste with early 2010s pop culture references, and it wasn't what I expected out of a Michael Showalter, Kumail Nanjiani movie. Just because the Big Sick was just so good. For those viewing at home, Lovebirds was directed by the same director as The Big Sick, and also returned its leading man, Kumail Nanjiani. But it didn't hit for me. I think it was mostly just because I went in with such high expectations from each of them, and it didn't resonate with me very well. Chris, what do you think?
I landed somewhere in the middle between you guys. I don't know. It was a quick watch, obviously. I think the thing, I kind of was a little let down in a way. From going from The Big Sick to this, I think just tonally, it's a lot different. It went like all the way rom-com as opposed to like a drama that's also has like hints of a rom-com in it, and I think that's what made Big Sick so special was that
definitely
kind of run the gamut of human emotions in that movie as opposed to this one where it's just kind of like, I don't know. I kind of found them to be like cheap laughs, if I was even calling them laughs. I kept thinking throughout the movie, it seemed like a lot of these jokes were written by people who run like Instagram meme accounts. Yes, basically,
I have that same note.
I don't know. There was a few laughs, but I don't know. For the most part, it was. I don't know. The most I can say for it is that it was a quick watch, and I mean, it had its moments, and we can get into that in spoiler review. But I didn't hate it. It's just that I didn't necessarily like it. It's like right in between me saying I didn't like it and then I liked it, which is the most like bullshit in between unhot take ever. But I'm standing by it.
Well, I guess the takeaway.
Nice little lukewarm take for us.
I would definitely, for what it's worth, if someone else like wanted to put it on, I would watch it again. It's not like I'd be like throwing the TV out the window if they even suggested it.
Yeah, so I mean, if you put a gun to Chris's head, he would watch it again. But
I mean, I don't know. I mean, how many bullets are in the chamber? If it's like a 6-shooter, I don't know. I might take my chances.
So I guess the key takeaway from this, our recap of the non-spoiler part, would be if you're a 15-year-old kid or Michael, you'll like this movie.
Only 15-year-old kids and Michaels. That's it.
Yeah.
It's the demographic.
I was talking to my girlfriend about it the other day, and she said she was going to watch that, or she was going to watch that Lakeith Stanfield and Gina Rodriguez movie that came out last year called Someone
Photograph.
Great. No, Someone Great.
Gotcha. That's Lakeith, though, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Lakeith did do the
I can't miss.
Oh, that's Issa Rae in that.
It's
oh yeah.
Yeah. Is she? Oh,
Yeah,
she is in the Photograph, yeah. Huh, we got all these connections going on, and it was totally planned, very much planned.
Also, I will say this about the Lovebirds. This movie definitely benefited from going straight to Netflix as opposed to theaters. I don't think there's any way that many people would have seen this movie had it gone into theaters. This feels like a Netflix movie.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not necessarily like a knock on it.
Yeah.
It just... I'm not criticizing the movie by saying that. It just feels like something that a lot of people would want to watch, but not necessarily want to go to a theater for.
Yeah, definitely. And like I was saying, like my girlfriend was choosing between this and Someone Great, and she ended up choosing Someone Great instead. And I told her it was a good choice. So, yeah, she's not 15 years old, nor is her name Michael. So that's probably why.
Well. Let's go to the spoiler part then, because this movie sucks anyway.
What? I thought you liked it.
You convinced him that it stinks?
No, I like it. You can't sway my opinion.
Wow,
I don't care. It's enjoyable.
Him. I can't believe it.
No chance.
Wow.
I'm
glad we're all like in agreement that it's not good.
I had the most lukewarm take, so I'm going to guess my opinion is the most up in the air. So, for what it's worth.
I'm just going to go ahead and say you're not going to agree with me, so...
Okay.
All right, well, convince us it's good, Mike. Let's get some spoilers going, shall we?
All right, let's spoil you, daddies. No, I liked it. Again, the movie started, and it just had the classic cliche like lovey-dovey crap of a rom-com, and I was like, all right, this is gonna suck. And then it just completely changes. It goes 4 years later, and they're bickering and fighting and arguing about just stupid stuff, and I'm like, yes, I could get behind this. And I don't know, from there I knew I was gonna like it.
Mike loves to argue.
I do. I'm a big arguing guy. I usually don't win, but hey, I'll put up a fight.
I don't like arguing. That's why I had my lukewarm take.
Chris is in the fetal position the whole movie, like, please stop, just get along.
I'm just gonna be down the middle on every single review we have.
Chris is the non-confrontational one.
That's not true.
Not here to argue.
That's not true.
Keep going. Sorry, Mike. I interrupted you.
No, that's fine. No, I think they did a good job of doing exactly what I said, going from one extreme to the next, which I do in my life. So, like, maybe that's why I liked it in movies. Again, when they are driving and they break up, and then all of a sudden it's kind of tense. It's kind of, intimate, and then all of a sudden they run someone over. So it's like they did a good job at diffusing that tension or diffusing the situation, whatever, or transitioning. I don't know. I like the hard transition. I don't know. Again, I thought it was funny. I thought they did a really good job of highlighting, like, not every relationship is all lovey-dovey. There's arguing. It's tough. You're gonna fight. But I don't know. Then they made light of the situation the whole time. And again, I didn't think the movie took itself seriously at all. I think they knew their humor was stupid and they played off of it. So I liked that part of it. But yeah, that's just my take.
We have our first ever chat message from Rosie in the chat.
Oh, Miss Rosie!
It's a good pick, and I stand by.
What's that from?
Shout out Rosie in the chat. Yeah, who says that?
Yeah. Who talks like that? Are you educated? No, shout out I Think You Should Leave. Great show.
True.
Watch it.
True. Another Netflix hidden gem.
Yeah, a huge hidden gem. Granted, another thing, I watched that, I thought the show was awful, and then I watched it again, and it was not awful.
And you were enlightened.
It's an uncut gem, some might say.
No.
It is.
Okay, people don't say that?
No.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know. It just I had just problems with it. I didn't like the arguing. I thought it didn't remind me of any relationship arguments I've ever been in. There was just some like weird, odd references throughout. Like there was like Amazing Race a few times, and the ET, and like the Eyes Wide Shut orgy reference, and the one reference that pissed me off was the Firework by Katy Perry reference. Like it was just blatantly ripped from the movie The Interview with James Franco and Seth Rogen when they go to North Korea, and I was just like, I literally rolled my eyes, and I'm like, I don't know if I can finish this movie, but I mean, I did finish it obviously, but it made me mad. And like some of the arguments were like, Kumail's character is a documentarian, and he's like trying to make some documentaries or something, and Issa's character likes reality shows, and they're bickering about like Kumail doesn't like reality shows and she does, and like she took a jab at him and said that documentaries are just reality shows that no one watches. And I'm like, I rolled my eyes, and I was like, that is a tweet from that stupid Dory Twitter account that got banned a few years ago that was just stealing tweets from people. And then so that's a tweet from that account that eventually was screenshotted and then copied and pasted on one of those stupid private Instagram meme accounts. And I don't know, maybe I missed some other jokes because my eyes were just rolling and I tuned shit out, but I wasn't having it.
I don't know. The stuff that you said you hated, I laughed the documentary thing because I don't watch them. I don't know, and it whatever. But that maybe it's because I'm ignorant and out of touch with what's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a Kumail fan, and like some of his jokes seem like they were like. So there was an episode of the Twilight Zone where he is a stand-up comedian trying to like make it, and some of the jokes just felt like jokes that he might have written for that didn't make the TV show, and I don't know, it just is what it felt like. And I love Kumail. I think he's hilarious in Silicon Valley, and I love The Big Sick. So, and he's a really good follow on Twitter. He's a great guy, so definitely follow him. But sorry, Chris, I keep cutting you off. You can speak.
It's okay. The thing that kind of summed it up for me, and the scene that I found like really annoying, and I thought that was just like botched, actually had like a decent amount of potential, I think, was the whole like horse scene where they're like tied up in the barn.
Yeah.
Then like they're talking to whatever the girl from Pitch Perfect's name is.
Shoot, is it
Anna Camp?
Anna Camp.
Anna Camp. And she's like telling them like stuff, and then Kumail's like whispering it back to Issa Rae. And I don't know why he was doing that, but it was obviously supposed to be funny, and it was just, to me, it was just like he just bricked on that entire scene.
Yeah.
And then Brett, you were mentioning like references. There was the scene where they're escaping from the apartment, the frat guy's apartment, and he was like, "Don't want like the Abercrombie crew to find us or something." And I was like, "Who wears Abercrombie like in New Orleans as a frat dude?" Like it just seemed way out of place, like way back in like 2008 to me.
When was it supposed to take place? Like I don't think I got a very good grasp on what the setting was. Was it a present day thing?
So,
yeah, I mean, they're on Instagram.
No, they did, because they made a reference that was from, I forget what the reference was, but it was from like 2 or 3 months ago, so it's definitely during now.
Yeah, they made a Brett Kavanaugh reference.
Maybe I didn't catch that one.
I totally missed the Brett Kavanaugh reference.
Yeah, so I mean, that's definitely 2019 or whenever they were filming this. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I just think they airballed in a lot of potential. Yeah, I don't know. It cut down, I guess, a bit. I don't know. I think I'd give The Big Sick like 4.5 stars. And
yeah, it was not that cheap. The Big Sick was one of my favorite movies of 2017. Was it? So it was just.
Yeah.
I think maybe if I watch it again without such high expectations, maybe I'll bump it up a half star to 2, but it ain't.
I feel like
not
also
for me.
this would be a good movie to watch in like a group and not just like by yourself in a dark room. I don't know. Like maybe if like other people are laughing along, it makes it better.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there.
So-
I'm trying to like convince myself to like get back to Mike's opinion.
So
I think it's a movie that, again, you don't take seriously. It's lighthearted. You're not really expecting much out of it. You could sit there and watch your phone and still get everything that you need out of it because there's really no depth to it. It's just it's
Very surface level comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
You can turn your brain off for an hour and 25 minutes.
Yeah. That I don't know. I enjoy it. I've seen it twice now. Still laughed the second time.
So
Yeah.
you mentioned earlier that it benefited from being a Netflix movie. Do you think?
Yeah.
So it originally was supposed to debut at South by Southwest, which we all know got canceled because of COVID. After that, it was going to be a theatrical release, and I think in May. So, would you have gone to see it? And
Absolutely not.
Do you think if you were in a theater, if you did go to see it, and you were in a theater with people, would you have enjoyed it more?
I mean, I enjoyed it, so I don't know.
I mean, I think the thing about a Netflix movie is that you can be on your phone. You can't be on your phone during theater. So I think the mix.
That's a really good point. It is a movie to watch while on your phone.
I mean, even the characters themselves are on their phones half the time in the movie. So, I don't know. I really do think, like, for what it's worth, it is a perfect movie for Netflix. Like we said, quick watch. You don't really have to dive too deep into the Lovebirds lore or anything. Really grasp the meaning of it.
The Lovebirds cinematic universe.
Yeah, like you can just check your phone for a minute, see the latest viral tweet, then look back up, and you probably haven't missed much. That's not a knock or praise for the movie. It's just like there is that genre of movie. It's not The Godfather, and not every movie has to be.
No, I agree with that. That's very accurate.
It's definitely not Aquaman.
No, but then again, nothing is.
Yeah, true. Aquaman GOAT.
Is in a league of its own.
It's in the Justice League. Okay, and on that note,
all right. See now, if we were
that flew over my head.
If we were big time streamer boys and I had a soundboard, I would do like a didn't.
Yeah. Well, you don't.
Or like or I could add in like a laugh track or something, but first stream ever don't have that, but yeah, whatever.
One day.
First stream ever, but like what, our fucking 60th podcast? Sorry for the language, Mom.
I think we've said what we had to say about this movie.
Yeah, I mean, I've said my piece. I'm not going to recommend it, but I'm not going to recommend it either. So you can just throw my opinion out the window, basically.
So when someone says, "Hey, would you recommend this movie?" You just walk away.
So here's what we're going to do.
Flip a coin like in No Country for Old Men and just say, call it. And then they wouldn't know what I was talking about. And then, yeah.
I think it's a good idea.
They got it right.
This is what we're going to do. So we started a Letterboxd account, a Movie Guys 2049 Letterboxd account, where we're going to start reviewing. I don't think we're going to go back to the backlog of movies we've already reviewed. But we're gonna post movies going forward with an aggregate of all of our reviews, and we'll maybe post a little blurb about what each of us thought about it. And yeah, so if you're on Letterboxd, follow us on Movie Guys 2049, and maybe we'll make a list with movies that you can watch your phone with, or something like that, like this movie.
Us on Instagram too. Talk to us. We want friends.
Yeah, we're in everything now. We're
open to suggestions too. You know.
Yeah.
And if you want to be on the pod ever, hey, you know.
And
send us some money, and maybe you could be on.
We just got a Discord community too. It's Movie Guys 2049. I can make. I'm pretty sure I can make a command on Twitch. This is my first time ever actually streaming, so I'll make a command in Twitch, so you can go !Discord in the chat, and it will link you to our Discord. But I'll have to do that in a future episode. But
well, since we're off the movie, we're done with the review. Whatever. Second part of our intro that I forgot to mention: our podcast is changing. We're switching to, if you haven't noticed, I've kind of talked a little more here. I kind of introduced us back. We're going to be doing a rotating host. So I picked this movie. It's pretty on par that they both hated it, so that's great. But we're going to switch from week to week. Each person's going to pick. We're all going to agree on the movie so that we don't go in with shitty expectations. But yeah, we're going to try something new. Allow us to kind of let you guys see kind of what we like. We might go back and watch some hidden gems or whatnot, and maybe ones you haven't heard of, but we absolutely love and whatnot. So we'll definitely have some movies that we all really like. So I think we're gonna have some good times ahead. Brett's got a lot of new ideas. Obviously, you can see the screen. We're on all this jazz.
jazz.
Yeah, we're on all this jazz. Roy Donk over here is playing all that jazz. So. We got a lot of new stuff coming. It's gonna change. Our segment at the end might not be the same. We're not gonna talk as much on the front end. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Whatever. You're gonna have to tune in to see.
I mean, we're at 36 minutes right now, so like it's kind of on par for a regular podcast. I'm not gonna lie.
No, we're under par. We used to go like an hour and a half at minimum, and that's usually like average at like 2.5. I remember telling people, they're like, "Holy shit." Silence.
We used to spend like a half an hour, 45 minutes on just like news alone. So I don't know.
It wasn't even news. It would be like rumor Pinocchio coming out in 2025. Maybe Guillermo del Toro directs, maybe not.
Hey, trailer for Curse of La Llorona came out, and we need to.
we used to hype these movies, and then they'd come out, and we had no interest in seeing them.
They would just flop at the box office. It'd like come in hot with like a 26% on Rotten Tomatoes.
You know what? If any movie does want to sponsor the podcast, we will absolutely sell out. We have no problems with selling out, and we will hype up your movie no matter how bad it is.
My 5-star reviews can be bought, no doubt.
Well, I don't know if my review is going to reflect it, but like I'm going to hype it up.
Oh, if they want to pay me to write a Pulitzer Prize winning review, I'll do it.
Yeah, I think Chris is the person to pull that off. Chris can see a movie he absolutely hates and just praise it for an hour, and the second he gets off, he's going to go, fuck that movie.
He's going to start talking about the cultural...
He'll sell it, though.
He's going to talk about the cultural and societal implications of Tommy Wiseau's The Room.
Exactly.
Okay, well, Mike, should we move on
to
the...
Yeah. So that brings us to a segment. We're keeping it similar to, or at least in this one, I'm keeping it similar to what we did in the past. And we're just going to do a top 5. We're going to do a draft of our top 5 dystopian or apocalyptic movies. I thought it was really, really similar to the time that we're in. We're living in hell, so. Yeah, we're going to do a draft.
Moments in optimism by Mike.
We got another message. Rosie would like to apply to be a special guest. Your application will be considered.
No.
Mike says no. Wow,
all it is
that
just
quickly, huh?
The application is just mail us an envelope full of cash, and then we'll accept it.
True. Yeah. Like
we'll consider it then.
Our Venmos are open.
Yeah. That's coming next. The Movie Guys Venmo. Send us your money.
Movie Guys OnlyFans.
Yeah. There you go.
Jeez,
we'll consider it. We'll consider it.
We'll think about it.
Yeah. But no, yeah. So top 5 dystopian or apocalyptic movies. We're gonna do a draft. The one thing we didn't choose is the order of this draft. So I don't really know what we should do to do that.
I think you should go first.
Oh, no, you're the commish. You were the host. Now you're the commish since it's a draft.
Oh, sure. Okay. Well, then that isn't that wrong that I get first pick? I'll go last. I'll go third.
Okay. Thanks. We should all boo Mike right now too, since it's a draft.
I'll go first. I'll just say fuck it, and I'll take the number 1 overall draft pick.
Okay, good. Go. I'm not worried about my number 1. It's not getting taken, so.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go with our namesake of Blade Runner 2049. Number 1 overall draft pick.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna go. So.
Yeah.
All right.
I just want to. I'm gonna specifically cuck both of you with movies that you want.
I don't care. I'm gonna get my number 1.
I'm going to my big board. Hold on. Am I on the clock?
Yeah, you're on the clock.
Okay. I'm going to take the 2015 George Miller masterpiece, Mad Max Fury Road.
Ooh,
shit.
Good pick, man.
Yeah, that's the top one off the board. Wait, since this is a draft, shouldn't it mean that we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3?
So it's like a snake draft?
No.
Oh, no.
So yeah.
Is this...
if that's the case, I really fucked myself here.
Do you want to do fantasy?
Going last. Yeah, we're going fantasy style. We gotta go on.
So it's like a snake draft. Okay, that's fine.
No, not fantasy. I mean 1, 2, 3, and then Brett, you're 1, so 1, 2, 3.
We are the NFL, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Got it.
Which sucks for me, but whatever.
Yeah. Okay. I mean.
Okay.
I never thought I'd make it in the league, but I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. Congrats.
Thanks.
Chris, did you want to say something about your movie before I talked over you?
Yeah. I remember watching the Oscars that year, and it won its first 6 Oscars it was nominated for, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is going to win Best Picture!" And then the big nominations came out, and it didn't win any of them, so that stunk. But definitely one of the best action and sci-fi movies of the last 10, 20 years, I would say. Yeah, I don't know. One of the best performances.
Non-stop adrenaline rush.
It's definitely, it's definitely one of my favorites, and I definitely was going to choose that if you hadn't.
Yeah, that was on top of my list.
Is hadn't the word?
Blade Runner 2049 was number 1 on my board, but this was number 2 for me. I could watch this movie any day. It's one of those movies, kind of like Tenet, though. You got to see it on a big screen. Don't want to be watching that on my laptop, probably, but yeah, I don't know. It's pretty wild. Great scenery. Yeah.
Good pick.
5 stars,
Strong pick
definitely.
so far. I'm gonna have my number 1 pick is going to be one that probably isn't even on your guys' boards, but I'm going with Looper.
I googled dystopian movies, and that popped up. So
yeah, I don't know what it is about this movie. I love it. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's awesome. Bruce Willis is awesome. Who's it? Is it Emily Blunt? I think she's the woman in it.
So yeah, I don't know off the top of my head. So
I don't know. I just remember watching this movie.
I'll have to agree. I
just remember watching this movie and then going back and watching this movie and being like, "Wait, that's how it happened." And then I can't remember because it's kind of it deals with time travel. We'll just say that. And I don't know. I feel like each time I watch it, I'm still kind of a little surprised because I don't fully remember it. But it's awesome. I love it. I would highly recommend this to any and everyone. If you haven't seen it, see it.
Okay, thanks, Mike. I think it's because it's Rian Johnson. I think Rian Johnson is a fantastic director.
Yep. I was trying to think of who that was, and Rian Johnson. Forgot.
Ryan Johnson.
Yeah. Well,
so it's Snake Draft? No, it's
you now. Yeah.
It's the League. Sorry, I forgot. So I don't know if this is much of a curveball, but it's from one of my favorite directors. It might be kind of a hidden gem for some people because I don't know if everybody's definitely heard of it. But it's from the director Bong Joon-ho, who directed Parasite, the winner of 2019 Best Picture, or 2020 technically, right? Yeah.
It was 2019.
Yeah, but it was in 2019 where he won it, or 2020 that he won it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the
2020 Oscars, but 2019 winner. Okay.
2019 regular season.
The movie is Snowpiercer. It's starring Chris Evans. Awesome. The happens after an apocalypse because mankind just fucked up the world. I don't want to give away too many spoilers. It was on Netflix at one point. I think.
I think it still is.
Yeah.
It's available somewhere. They made a TNT spinoff, and I think it's kind of bad. I never actually.
No, we're not promoting that. Fuck that.
Yeah, it doesn't exist actually. There's no TV show. Just watch the movie because the movie's better. It's like how books are typically better than the movie. The movie is better than the TV show.
Yeah.
Okay.
The end.
That needed to be like an HBO show for it to be good.
True.
Yeah, absolutely. Not cable or whatever you want to call TNT.
Like The Last of Us.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, Chris, it's all you. And also, Chris said prior to this there may not be much overlap, and you guys picked off my board, or every one of the picks have been off my board, so you're wrong.
I'm going to doubt this one. This one could be on your board, but I don't know if it is. Number 2, or round 2 pick, and number 3 overall is the precursor to Blade Runner 2049, and that's Blade Runner.
Dick.
This is one of the older movies that I've seen that has really actually like affected me. I like older movies, but usually it's just for like viewership's sake and like getting like their influences on like modern movies and everything. But this one, like, I could really watch over and over again. Obviously Harrison Ford starred in it. Rutger Hauer, big RIP. Features my favorite speech in any movie ever with Rutger Hauer's Tears and Rain speech. If you don't know what it is, look it up on YouTube. It's incredible.
If it's your favorite speech, recite it right now.
It's like he's talking to Harrison Ford in the movie. It's raining out. It's right near the end. Okay. Starts out with like, I've seen things that you people wouldn't believe. Some things, yeah, I could probably actually do it offline, but I'm under the gun here.
Wow, feeling the pressure.
But yeah,
if you haven't seen it, watch the movie because it's worth it. I haven't seen it.
Ridley Scott.
Put Chris in the hot seat.
Ridley Scott masterpiece. One of my favorite scores of all time, actually, too. It's got like a lot of like techno synths in it, and I'm not really a big music guy, but that music really got me. It's just a sci-fi masterpiece, and we probably wouldn't have Blade Runner 2049 without it. So, yeah, kudos to Ridley Scott and Harrison Ford and everyone involved.
Gosh, that would suck, too, because we would have to think of a different podcast name. We totally would not be 2049.
Oh,
huge.
Actually, we probably just wouldn't have even started a pod.
Yeah. We probably never would have even met, because, I mean...
True.
Yeah. Shout out 2049.
Didn't the original Blade Runner take place last year?
Yes.
Yeah.
2019.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
Fun fact.
All right, my number 2. My number 2 is, I think, a favorite for many people. I don't think it'd necessarily be on your guys' list, but I'm going with I Am Legend. I loved this movie growing up. Haven't seen it in a while, but I think it's awesome. I think it's incredible. It has an absolutely gut-wrenching scene. The ending, I loved it. The alternate ending sucks. If you like that more, you're stupid. But no, I just the everything about it. This guy that is alone the whole time, and the mental battle he has to go with, and it's just sad to see him interact the way that he does with different things. And I don't know. I think this movie's great. And I'm actually glad to get it too, even though you guys probably don't have it. I gotta stop with this. I'm a big thumb guy right now. I don't like this video thing. I'm a big thumbs.
You don't know what to do it with your hand.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get yourself a gamer chair, bro, and just chill.
Good. I got a folding chair.
Get you a lawn chair.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, Brett.
Okay. So for my next pick, so there was this. It's about this evil tyrant throughout the universe that decided to destroy half of life, and some peculiar. I can't say peculiar.
You can't talk today.
Yeah, fuck. Damn. Sorry, Mom. Some odd. Some characters had some odd powers that they all got together and saved the universe and got the rest of the other half of life back. This movie's called Avengers Endgame, or Endgame. I think it's Italian.
It's foreign, yeah.
Yeah. It is the winner of Best Foreign Film of 2018. Yeah, pretty good film. It's kind of the culmination of about 22 other films before it. But if you watch all of those, I think you can watch them all in like 36 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
Definitely pretty good payoff. Some good scenes, some good laughs, some good fights, some good cries. To be honest, I definitely cried in that movie. I'm not afraid to admit it. But yeah, Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, I decided to. I could have put that on, and I decided it was. I was avoiding the superhero stuff.
I was gonna say I definitely say superhero movie before describing Endgame as a dystopian movie.
Well, I mean it's an apocalyptic movie because half of life is gone.
Yeah, I mean that's a solid point, but yeah, okay. I up.
I believe
right,
so. Or unless Mike wants to trade up.
Right.
No, I'm good.
Trade up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will send you my second round draft pick in next week's podcast to move up for your third round. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go with T2 Judgment Day.
Good call.
Similar to Mad Max. It won a lot of technical awards. Probably should have been nominated for Best Picture. Obviously wasn't. Yeah, just a badass movie. Lots of action, but also like thought-provoking as well. James Cameron masterpiece. The T-1000 in that movie, the cop. You guys have seen it, right?
Yeah.
The cop in that movie, his like sword arm that he morphs into used to scare the shit out of me as a kid. It was like one of the most scarring movies I've ever seen. Then I saw it again when I was like 15, and I was like, this rules. Yeah, gotta love Arnold and Sarah Connor.
Is Terminator this is gonna be a massive spoiler, but this movie's been out forever. I think I saw a movie, and I think it's Terminator, where at the end of it, there's two of them battling, and they don't know who's who, and then they flip the bottom of their eyelid, and he's like, "Oh my god, I thought I was real." Is that Terminator?
Terminator 2 ends with
I think that's Paddington.
No,
Terminator 2.
I know
ends
every
with,
part of Paddington. I would not mistake it.
He's your buddy. I haven't seen the Terminator movies in a long time, so I'm not positive.
I haven't seen it. Well, I don't know which ones I've seen, if I've seen any, but I thought that was one of them. Yeah. Okay. Well,
my pick.
I felt pretty safe with this third one. Thought I'd get it. But I chose Edge of Tomorrow. Is this kind of aliens take over and they're killing everyone and everything.
That's it's a hidden gem. We should review that one.
Yeah, I think this one is vastly underrated, and I don't think a lot of people even know about it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I can watch it over and over and over. And it's always fun to me. It's kind of one of those movies that is like where it's like a time warp. But I think they do very well with it. Actually, speaking of which, I just watched Groundhog Day for the first time.
Ever?
Yeah. I thought you guys would be proud of me. Sorry, incredibly random.
Did you like it?
It's like,
yeah.
Nice.
Guys, it did, but I liked it.
You liked an older movie.
Yeah. Nice. I don't hate them all.
Well,
okay,
you
but
usually don't.
But they're similar movies, you know. They actually do have a comparison.
They are. I mean, yeah.
But yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Again, another Emily Blunt movie. I guess this is the draft of Emily Blunt. I guess. Emily Blunt, Tom Cruise.
I got to scramble for an Emily Blunt movie. Damn.
Yeah. Good luck. But yeah, that's my number 3.
Okay. So for my number 4, I probably could think of something to get rid of you guys, but I'm gonna keep it light. It's not really dystopian; it's more apocalypse. But I'm gonna keep it in a comedy movie. The movie is, I think, in my mind, it's a hidden gem, and not a ton of people talk about it. This is the end. I don't think it was ever like insanely popular, but it's just a classic Seth Rogen, James Franco, Jay Baruchel, Craig Robinson, Jonah
Michael
Hill,
Cera was a real piece of shit in it.
It's a classic movie.
Best thing ever.
It has some of my like favorite comedic bits ever, which happens to be with Michael Cera. So, I don't know if it's definitely more apocalypse than dystopian, but I guess, that's gonna be my pick. It's funny.
It is funny. My next pick is not funny. It's one of Alfonso Cuarón, the director of Roma's earlier movies. It is Children of Men, starring...
I thought it was going to be Prisoner of Azkaban.
Oh, yeah, no, that's still on my big board, surprisingly.
Same director, though.
It is, yeah.
Fun fact.
Starring Clive Owen, Julianne Moore, and Michael Caine. It's about the near future. I think it's like 2027. Like every woman on Earth is like they can't bear children anymore, except they discover one. They have to like save her in order to like save humanity. Basically, it just kind of revolves around that idea and like humanity going crazy. It's really good. It's super dark and depressing, but very dystopian. Features my number 2 jump scare of all time as well. So
I haven't seen that movie, and I'm intrigued. 2 of your movies, Blade Runner, which I already had interest in, but this as well.
Oh, I thought you were going to watch that the other day.
I was, and I didn't want to buy it. I keep spending money on movies.
It's on Netflix, I think. It was.
Blade Runner?
It was the original.
Oh. I don't know.
Oh well, Mike, finish.
That's my number 4.
Brett, you're up. You're picking number 4.
I already picked my number 4.
What?
This is the end.
Oh, and then Chris. Oh, ha, cool. Yeah. All right. Well, looking at mine,
dunce.
I'm actually switching mine around. I had something else ahead of this one, but I don't care. I'm going for it. I'm gonna go to number 4. Interstellar. Like this one a lot. It's kind of a space movie, but the whole premise of it is, I guess it doesn't really revolve around the dystopian or apocalyptic or whatever thing, but the whole purpose of it is because bad stuff is happening on Earth and they need to find a fix. Otherwise, all of humanity is going to die. So I think it's on brand. I think it's a great movie. It's a long one, but I think it keeps your attention the whole time. Anne Hathaway, Matthew McConaughey, a special guest that I won't name in case you haven't seen it because it's a bit of a shock. But again, and it's a movie where again shows you the real side of humanity, how dark it could get, how lonely it could get, everything. And I love that. I guess it's the same thing with I Am Legend, where you see that with Will Smith's character as well. But you just see how people react in drastic situations and how different situations affect them. So I like this one a lot.
Yeah, it's a good one. That's actually the last film that I saw in theaters before the pandemic.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Music Box?
Yeah, the Music Box Theater in Chicago was doing a 70 millimeter film festival, and Interstellar was one of the movies that they were showing, and that's the last one I got to see. And I think I went with you, Chris, right?
I had only seen that movie one time before.
Me too. And
when we watched it at Music Box, I definitely got like a whole different perspective on it with what you were saying, Mike, with like the world is like basically turned into one like huge dust bowl. Mm-hmm. So this been like 4 months ago or something, I would have been like, what the fuck is he talking about with the dystopian movie? But like after seeing it like that last time, like it seriously is a dystopian movie. It just takes place in space the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Very good pick, Mike. Well, boys, are we gonna fill out a whole team, or we gonna stop at 4?
5, right?
5.
We're doing 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike, you kind of were muted for a second.
Great.
Well, shit, I gotta scramble now. Okay,
5.
Got it.
4.
Okay. So the next one is a Greek director. I believe he's Greek. He directed the Oscar favorite a couple years ago, The Favorite. His name's Yorgos Lanthimos, and the movie's called The Lobster. It's in a dystopian near future. Single people, according to the laws of the city, are taken to the hotel where they are obliged to find a romantic partner in 45 days, or are transformed into beasts and sent off into the woods. Awesome movie. It's definitely tonally very different than most things that you would probably typically watch, but it's definitely unique, and I think this could be one that we could review down the road if we're still in quarantine and don't have new movies coming out, because I think there's a lot to dissect here. It's a great film.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell, Rachel Weisz, great film.
That might be the darkest comedy I've ever seen in my life, and I would say like there's definitely comedic moments in it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like on the very far end of this. If it was any more dark, it would just be like a straight up like, I don't know what you call it, drama. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, Yorgos is Greek,
really,
right? I didn't butcher that.
Yeah, no, that I don't think you can get much more Greek. Yeah, I don't think you can get much more Greek than that name.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go with final pick. I'm going to go with the 1971, I believe was the year it came out. Stanley Kubrick.
You got mine.
That's it. It's called The Clockwork Orange. It's about not distant future, but it takes place in a future where like London has basically been taken over by a bunch of violent hooligans. They're called droogs, and they just go around basically fucking with people for about 2.5 hours. But it's like the more like thought-provoking thing is like one of the main character, his name's Alex McDowell, I believe. Gets arrested and sent to basically like a re-education camp, and he comes out and he's completely different. He's all good, and it's kind of like, it's kind of like playing with that idea of like, is it better to have someone who's violent but has free will, or better to have someone who's peaceful but it's kind of because they were brainwashed, kind of thing. It's really good. It's based on a novel by Anthony Burgess. Very thought-provoking, pretty messed up, actually.
Iconic.
It's one of the movies.
Another one I gotta see now. That's 3 of yours. I gotta go watch.
Yeah, I think it was one of 3 movies that Kubrick got nominated for Best Picture for. But yeah, it's really good. It's very messed up. I mean, and messed up like by today's standards. So just a trigger warning.
You said 1971?
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. All right, last
Very
one.
trippy.
Last one. I'm changing up my board, and I'm going with this one just to, stick to my trend. I gotta get another Emily Blunt movie, and I'm just going with A Quiet Place.
I guess so.
Came out a couple of years ago. I think most people have heard about it. I remember going into it just kind of thinking whatever. I thought I'd enjoy it, and I actually liked it a lot. I thought the whole premise of it was awesome, and I liked the whole idea of a scary movie, but the whole time you're not just scared of the movements on screen, but the sound like that constantly would get to you, because it's eerie how quiet it is. That's not what you expect with I guess this is a horror movie. But yeah, no, great movie. I like it. I think a lot of people have heard about it, but I just had to make it all about Emily Blunt today. So
sure.
Most days should be about Emily Blunt, to be honest.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Blunt's great.
We stand a queen.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm happy with my list. That's good.
The second one was supposed to come out this past spring,
April,
right? But did that get pushed to 2021?
No, it just got pushed to the end of the year. Anything this year is definitely getting pushed back, in my opinion. I don't see movies coming out this year.
Yeah. Yeah, especially because like they're not able to film right now at all, really.
Yeah.
So
Ah,
they just have to push things back so that when theaters are open and there is a vaccine, they can have content to show that isn't like all old movies, which I don't.
I guess Chris just needs to finally fucking watch Haunting of Hill House since there's no shit movies to watch.
Ah, damn, he's got to watch this TV show.
Now, once I get off this Criterion binge, I'll indulge you.
No, I must say that show Dark I started yesterday was I think just watching it I'm like Chris will like this.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, I don't know why I jumped to Chris, but I think Chris will. Brett, you will too, but it just seems like a Chris-esque movie.
Yeah,
show.
I've heard good things about it, so I'm definitely gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely excited to keep watching, but yeah, you guys took 3 of my top 6.
So.
What were the other?
That was the plan.
Mad Max. Guessing Mad Max, right?
Mad Max, Snowpiercer, and Blade Runner 2049, which I knew I wouldn't get if I didn't take early. So
no, Endgame.
No, I was avoiding that. My other movies that were on here that I didn't pick were Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and I skipped that one. I didn't want to put it on. I just remember liking it way back when. James Franco, which again, it kind of isn't dystopian for most of it until the very end. And then I put World War Z. I skipped that so that I could get to Emily Blunt. But I like that movie. I don't know why. I was going through a Brad Pitt phase after watching Benjamin Button, and I only watched those 2 movies. But whatever.
We've all been there. We've all been
there.
Literally, there's not a human in the world that hasn't just been in a Brad Pitt mood.
Yeah, if you don't think Brad Pitt's attractive, argue with us.
I'm pretty sure my girlfriend's not really about Brad Pitt. So maybe we'll have to bring her on the pod and argue.
Looking forward to arguing.
Yeah.
Chris will just agree with her. We'll argue.
Yeah.
Nah, I think that's where I draw the line, actually.
Oh, hell yeah. We get Chris fired up.
Chris is here to argue.
Yeah. But, no, cool.
All right, we good?
Yeah, good stuff. Well,
this was fun, guys.
It was. It was good stuff.
It's nice to be back in contact with you guys after 11 months.
Yeah, I know. I was missing you guys.
Yeah. I hope I get to see you guys around sometime. Like it's.
Yeah.
No, probably not till next week.
Kind of lonely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everyone, thanks for coming back. Thanks for joining. If you saw our stream, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for interacting with us, Rosie. Never heard of you before, but look forward to potentially talking to you in the future.
Yeah. Maybe if her application is accepted, we can bring her on.
Yeah, maybe if she sends us enough money, like 20, 30, 50 bucks. Maybe, yeah.
50 grand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, everyone, thanks for joining. Hope you enjoyed, and we will be back soon.
Gucci.
Tide, y'all.
What the hell is that, Mike?
I say yup.
I didn't hear you. Probably weren't close enough to the mic.
Oh, well, good. Man. I got so. Are we still live?
We're still streaming.